run out on Colonial Sports Center. Would Jeremy Chappelle have a breakout game in NEC quarterfinals? And what's got into men's lacrosse? They've won 4 straight. And it's a senior night to remember if you like goaltenders. Hey, we're in a special place tonight. Colonial Sports Center starts next.
You ready? Let's go.
Thanks for having us. So glad everybody could be here tonight at the Charles L. Sewell Center. I'm Matt Davies, the big man, Christian, Miranda, and Christian. It was all Colonials tonight here at the Sewell Center.
A fantastic basketball game, especially in NEC postseason play, Matt.
Yes, it was. And why don't you have the highlights for us?
It would be my pleasure. And with NEC and the postseason play, the essence that surrounds NEC postseason play is absolutely crazy. But the main story of the past 2 weeks for Robert Morris is how they won 13 straight conference games, lost 2 out of their last 3 prior to their matchup this past Saturday against Mid St. Mary's, and back in the Sewell Center this past Saturday. Robert Morris taking on the Mountaineers, visiting from Mount St. Mary's. The Colonials hoping to end their regular season play on a positive note. And in the first half, it's Jeremy Chappelle coming up with the big steal. He's going to take it the length of the court. Stop talking about my mama, and he throws it down. And the Colonials are up by 4 points early on. Let's take another look at this. Glides down the court, effortlessly dunks it.
Outrageous tonight.
Absolutely insane. Francisco gets the inbounds pass from Chappelle, tapped out by Robinson, and the circus has come to town because Francisco, with an incredible shot off the glass, knocks that one down, and the Colonials
was amazing tonight.
And the Colonials are down by 3. Francisco one more time off the glass over to the larger defender, and more Jeremy Chappelle coming the other way, going coast to coast. He's going to take it himself. He has numbers, and the Colonials on top by 5. Late in the second half, one more time Chappelle off the glass, and the final score, the Colonials go on to win 66-63. But that takes us to tonight's ball game when St. Francis, New York, and the Terriers came into the ball game at Charles L. Sewell Center. You see Coach Mike Rice at the Charles L. Sewell Center in Moon Township getting his team hyped up. In the first half, it's the Colonials. Jeremy Chappelle for 3, rain dance, and then he goes on defense. A steal for Jeremy Chappelle. Dallas Green in the air, working inside, and the air run with the offensive board. The Colonials were firing on all cylinders early on. Working it inside to Dallas Green, the muscle, 6'9", working it, lanky body, gets the offensive putback, and the Colonials are on top. Langhurst, Iceman, the three-point shot was falling early on in the ball game. Jeremy Chappelle drives inside. Among the defenders, Gooden and Rice were no match on the interior for Colonials. Mezinawegwe, the mid-range jumper, knocks that one down. And the Colonials are going to go on to win this one by 13. Let's go to Chris Baginski.
Well, Coach, it might have been a bit closer than you wanted to, but what was it that got you guys over the hump tonight?
Difficult team to defend because of their perimeter shooters. It's a mismatch because of all the guards, but I thought we stayed, when they made a run, we remained poised, took good shots, and again, we grinded one out.
Now, the lead was starting to go down a bit at the half. What did you tell your guys at halftime?
Again, just do what has made us successful most of the year, and continue to be unselfish and play with tremendous energy.
Going into Sunday's game, is there anything in particular that needs to change or improve going into that game?
We need to take care of the ball. You don't do that in playoffs and turn the ball over as much as we did and unforced. So just probably taking better care of the basketball.
Good victory for you guys tonight. Enjoy it.
Any victory's good.
And Coach Rice is exactly right. Any victory is a good victory. But with RMU being the number 1 seed, it's really the pressure on them to perform. And RMU making its 6th straight NEC appearance and 25th overall. In the Sewell Center, RMU is 10-5 in NEC tournament tilts. And also RMU owns a conference record
RMU marching in at with the #1 seed. They are the team to beat as we look at our tournament bracket right here as RMU takes out St. Francis, New York, the #8 seed. But things are only going to get tougher. You see very good teams. Sacred Heart still in the mix as they beat Central Connecticut State tonight. And Mount St. Mary's still in the mix. So very, very tough teams for the Colonials as they go on in the weeks ahead.
Quinnipiac also won their game tonight, so that is who Robert Morris will face this Sunday at the Sewell Center. And for the NEC Honors, Jeremy Chappelle rounded out his fantastic year with NEC Player of the Year, Coach Rice, Coach of the Year, and Defensive Player of the Year, Bateco Francisco. Let's go to Ed Albert, who has more.
The final regular season game is usually a game that is lost due to a lack of focus, but this team used the final game as a launching pad.
I hope we learn from our failures from last year. I hope we're more focused. I hope we have more urgency with not only our preparation, but with just understanding that, you have a bad night. You're done. The season's over.
One player who helped the cause was Rob Robinson.
He does those type of things for us. The follow-up, the Quinnipiac Sacred Hearts, the follow-up dunks, and all he gives us another option, scoring option, and he's too important.
Oh yeah, definitely, because it bring the whole team, get a whole team involved. We needed it. We was down. So I just try to make winning plays for the team.
Another reason for the enthused play is because of the support of the fans.
We're very appreciative of, again, this team feeds off of energy. And sometimes they look at me and my staff and we try to give the energy at times, and sometimes that energy, they've seen it so many games. And now it came from a different source, and I think it was a difference.
Coach Rice hopes that this support for the team will continue.
It helps, and we feed off the energy, and at the end of the year, I think that's the advantage we have from working really hard through the conference season, is getting home games. So hopefully that'll be our advantage.
Overall, this season was a success for the Colonials men's basketball team, but the most important part still lies ahead. With the men's basketball team, Ed Albert, Colonial Sports Center.
Jeremy Chappelle, so don't go away. Plenty more Colonials basketball on the way right here at the Sewell Center at Robert Morris University. Don't go away.
Putting on the rinse, passing front and tipping by Steve Lynn. Right down to football. Bryce, a whole lot went on this season. But I can't go back now. And I doubt that our Dean Taylor.
That is great.
Colonial Sports Center. You ready?
Shut up! Things have been a little stressful around here lately, and the Colonial thought it'd be a good idea to do some Tai Chi.
This week in Colonial sports, the water words.
Next. She just looks amazing. I can't believe how did she lose all that weight after I am? Oh, excuse me. Today on Colonial Sports Center, we'll have an interview with Joe.
Next.
Colonial Sports Center. You ready?
back here to the Sewell Center for a special post-game edition of Colonial Sports Center. I'm Chris Baginski alongside Jeremy Chappelle, big-time player for this sports team right here. And Jeremy, I got to ask, you know, you guys lost to St. Francis back, and it was your first conference loss of the season. And for a while, the only one. How has the team changed from all the way back in December when that happened to right now?
I think that, you know, the team has gotten a lot better on defense. You know, the first game we were a little bit anxious to play our first conference game, and after we got the first conference loss, we knew that we had to step it up if we wanted to win, have any chance of winning the conference. And so we stepped it up on defense. We didn't worry about the offensive side of the ball.
One term that has been used to describe this team quite often is confident. Where does all the confidence from this team come from?
We play defense, and that's our confidence. You know, if we stop a team on defense, then, you know, we have all the confidence in the world. If we're not, then we get a little scared. And so we just keep playing defense every possession.
Now, you guys, for a while, were stellar in NEC play. And then you had 2 back-to-back losses, 3 points each for each of those losses, the deficit. How did you guys rebound from that?
I think that those 2 losses really helped us out a lot. I think we were getting a little bit too confident, and I think we were getting a little bit complacent with where we were. And those 2 losses really helped us. We came back to start playing defense the way we knew how. We knew that we had a lockup on defense.
Now, you guys, actually, let's talk about you for a little bit. You're the NEC Player of the Year. Last year, you were a second-team NEC player. How has your play changed since last season?
You know, I had the X on my back, and I became the go-to guy, and I knew that I had to pick up my game in order for our team to win. And so, you know, I worked on my weaknesses in the offseason. I worked on my ball handling. I worked on my shooting, and I knew I had to work on my defense in order for this team to be successful.
Now, last season, this is a similar situation you're in right now because you won the first game of the tournament. You were seeded first going into the tournament. Now, you were upset in the semifinals last year. How are you going to prevent that from happening again?
You know, with those losses, you know, I think our team just came back together the way we knew how. So I think that, you know, now our team's getting a lot more, we're a lot more focused.
Now, how do you prepare for a tournament game compared to a regular season game?
It's completely different. You know, we don't worry about the next game. We worry about the game now. And so that's what we did. We don't know who we play yet, but as soon as we find out, our coach is going to tell us. They're going to bring the scouting reports. They're going to bring, you know, what we need to know in order to beat the next team. Okay,
Jeremy, thank you very much. Great game from you. Now let's go over to Brian Nash, the coach of St. Francis of New York, to see what he has to say about this game.
Overhelped team, and we were going to get the ball in the paint. And I mean, Ricky Cadell had a really bad first half. I mean, he over-penetrated, and we talked all week about, you know what, hey, they pressure you so much, they switch everything, they take you out of offense a little bit, that we're going to get threes if we can drive it and we can play unselfish and look out, but we never looked out in the first half. I mean, we just had guys try to make plays on their own. And, yeah, when Rob Robinson was in there, I mean, you know, if Ricky was taking shots on 3 guys, I mean, we needed to find threes and look out because that's how we play. I mean, when we were able to get ourselves back in the second half a little bit, it's because we played unselfish and we just didn't drive it in the 2 and 3 guys.
And when we return, women's basketball takes on Mount St. Mary's after the men this past Saturday. Also, men's ice hockey was in action against Niagara at the Island Sports Center complex. And then it was men's lacrosse warming up in the season. But again, women's basketball takes precedent. We'll be back with Colonial Sports Center after this.
Colonial Sports Center. You ready?
CSC, we're the sports show with the ugly mic flag. When ugly reporters use our mic flag, they're beautiful. You, sir.
Yeah?
Would you consider yourself an ugly reporter?
Well, I wouldn't consider...
You're a very ugly reporter. Here, try this.
Okay.
Look, you're a beautiful reporter. CSC, hooray CSC.
Hooray, CSC.
Says the beautiful reporter.
Endurance. Commitment. Sacrifice. Rowing is the ultimate team sport. The Robert Morris University women's rowing team is looking for walk-ons. If you're strong, athletic, and have a great attitude, we'd love to have you on the team. You have nothing to lose.
I'm David Dietrich.
And I'm Susan Defino.
Our extension is 3865.
Colonial Sports Center. You ready?
This past Saturday marked another key NEC matchup when the Lady Mountaineers from Mount St. Mary's traveled to Charles L. Soule Center to take on the Lady Colonial Queens of the Hardwood. Would Coach Buscali and his team be able to make up some lost ground as they lost 4 out of their last 6 games coming into this Saturday's matchup? Let's take a look as the Mountaineers came into Moon Township. And early on, it's senior day as Sade Logan, top 10 in the nation in scoring, has had a fantastic year, and she would have a big day here as well. Brianna Gauthier misses a 3, and it's Destiny Harrison going the length of the court, sets the spin cycle, and she finishes the tough layup. If we take one more look at that, the court awareness to know where the defenders are and be able to get open and finish that layup is very difficult. Sade Logan, no look pass to Kendra Williams in the corner, as cool as the other side of the pillow, and the senior Kendra Williams knocks that one down. Second half, moving on. Good ball movement from the Mountaineers. It's all about the fundamentals, kids. And it's going to end up in Sandra Anderson's hands. She finished with 11 points, but there's a lot more of her to come. Check the spot shadow. You see Sandra Anderson right there on the wing. Sets the pick, rolls out, gets the inbounds pass, and at the buzzer puts up the 3 to upset the Lady Colonials. Their final score, 57-56, and this is how your women's NEC tournament bracket shapes up. Number 1, Sacred Heart in the first round takes on number 8, Mount St. Mary's. Again, RMU faces St. Francis, PA this Saturday as they travel to Pennsylvania. And
Devastating for a team.
Absolutely. Number 2, CCSU takes on number 7, Fairleigh Dickinson, and the number 4, Quinnipiac, facing number 5, Monmouth.
From the hardwood, now to the ice we go, and it was senior night at the Island Sports Center for the Colonials. Their final game will be against Bemidji State, and that's away, but we are going to the aisle right now to show you the senior night for the Colonial men's ice hockey team. There's Jake Obermeyer, Jason Towsley, Brandon Blandina, and Matt Krug all getting congratulated for their fine years at Robert Morris. But it wasn't about the seniors, it was about the freshmen and the sophomore goalies. Take a look here. This would be the Colonials on a rush, and Niagara's goalie was just superb. He had 34 saves. Second period, he was just as good. He had 34 saves. Unbelievable game.
Ladies and gentlemen, the men's basketball.
But just as good, it was Brooks Ostergaard on the other side for the Colonials, and he had 34 saves as well. Going to the third period, netminders still in control, and it ends in a 0-0 tie for the Colonials.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me once again in congratulating the Robert Morris University men's ice hockey senior class of 2009.
with Matt Krug. He's been here only a year, but he provides a good, steady physical presence. And Jake Obermeyer is probably our most improved player this year and very solid with the puck and his decisions. And Jason Towsley, an offensive player and a hard worker. And then go on and on about Chris Margot. I mean, everybody knows what he's done, and 8th all-time in scoring, and in the NCAA, are active in the NCAA, and our all-time leading scorer. It's just been a fun time to watch them guys grow as student athletes and as people.
For seniors, being a role model in the locker room is a large part of the growth process.
Got a young team here, got a lot of confidence, just experience all the freshmen are gaining, and we believe in ourselves. And at the end of the day, that's what it takes. And we're having fun. And at the end of the day, you can't ask for any more.
Right now, no one seems to be having more fun than freshman goaltender Brooks Ostergaard.
He's one of the biggest reasons why we're doing what we're doing. I mean, don't ask me how he's doing it, but the guy is just dead on every night. He's playing amazing, and it's great. It's exactly what we needed.
Just to believe in what they tell you. They tell you it's 4 quick years and they'll be over before you know it. And I believe in everything they tell me now. I just wish we could have gotten one at the end for them.
Brooks Ostergaard's been very good, and you can go on and on about how well our hockey team's playing. It's fun to watch how well we're playing right now, and it's a neat time to be a Colonial hockey player and a fan, because this is the longest unbeaten streak in program history. And to do it with such a young team and have us come together at the right time is fun.
The Colonials now prepare for a 2-week stay in Bemidji, Minnesota, where they will play their final 2 regular season games before taking on these Niagara Purple Eagles one more time for the first round of the CHA playoffs. With the men's ice hockey team, Justin Downs, Colonial Sports Center.
Switching gears now, an abysmal last year for the men's lacrosse team. Coach Bear Davis looking for something, looking for a sign for this program to grab life. Would he find it? We're going to go to Joe Walton and find out right now against University of Detroit Mercy. The Titans are in town here at Joe Walton Stadium, Moon Township. First quarter, early Colonials. Aaron Batazzo from long distance. He had 2 goals. Very impressive day for him. Later, more Rojo, Blanco, and Azul. Red, white, and blue if you don't know Spanish. Left part of your screen, Keel Matisse with the goal. Colonials just all over Detroit Mercy at this point. Brandon Johnson from close range. Let's recall that, Big C. That was very nice. How do you react? Well, how do you react on that? You don't. Vince Diana he had no prayer. Later, more Colonials. This is just sick teamwork, and Robert Morris pounds on Detroit Mercy 18-8. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And now switching gears now to women's lacrosse. This has been a little bit different from men's lacrosse because they've been actually winning. So how would they fare? Here we go, women's lacrosse. We got it all for you here on Colonial Sports Center. St. Bonaventure in town. Joe Walton and the Colonials getting ready. So nice outside, isn't it nice to see? Samantha Cavallaro gets the Bonnies started with that goal. Gets by Erica Webb, the Colonials goalie. But here come those Colonials. Allie Gibbons with the goal. Then here, Jillian Halley. She had 2 goals. One of them right there. Fourth quarter now, and it is Courtney Sisinski. Oh, she have a ball game. Colonials take it, though. Would take this game, though, 15-12. Here's another score for the Colonials. 15-12 win over St. Bonaventure. Colonials looking good. Hey, coming up next is our Fave 5 Plays of the Week. Don't go anywhere. You just might be on Colonial Sports Center with our Fave 5. Big C and I are coming back.
Here at Colonial Sports Center, we train terribly hard in order to provide you with the best show possible. Colonial Sports Center. You ready? Here at Colonial Sports Center, we cover multiple Division I NCAA sports like football, lacrosse, rowing, and ping pong. Colonial Sports Center. You ready? Here at Colonial Sports Center, we train terribly hard in order to provide you with the best show possible. Colonial Sports Center. You ready?
Hey, welcome back from that extended break. Me and Big C are still here at the Sewell Center. Here's your Fave 5 plays of the week. Jeremy Chappelle with the steal, and at the other end, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? That was against Mount St. Mary's, a 66-63 win.
And more top plays full of sugary goodness. It's men's ice hockey taking on Niagara at the Island Sports Complex. Denied. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Kyle Buchanan to Patrick Smith to Corbin Brambleby in the open ice. Gets it back. Good shorthanded pass, but to no avail. The Colonials end up in a tie, 3-3.
Say Brambleby 3 times fast. At number 3, it is Sandra Andressen with 0.9 to go off of the inbound, down by 2, and breaking the Colonials' hearts. Mount St. Mary's upsets the Colonials here at Robert Morris 57-56. If that is number 3, how good are the rest?
I don't know, but if some men's lax is good, then more is better. Check this fake out. Gets the goalie. Probably blew both knees out on that play. And the men's lacrosse team goes on to win 18-8.
Somebody did lose their jockstrap. At number 1, Batego Francisco. Toughest shot in the game. Can't get it to go. But coach says follow your shot, and he does. That's Batego. That's what he does best. Off of the window for 2. Great job for Batego. RMU would go on to win that, as I said before, 66-63.
And for all you Colonial fans at home, some of the matchups that took place this week, women's lacrosse was in action against Bucknell, and they came out just short of the victory, 9-7. Men's lacrosse played Manhattan. They came out a big win, 11-8. And softball took on Ohio, and Ohio came away with the victory, 6-1.
You can watch this episode tomorrow, and you can watch all the other episodes on colonialsportscenter.com. We tell you every week on Thursday night that we have this. And Big C, it really is a pleasure because you can watch all the episodes, every single one, even from years past, to see all those great anchors, Andrew Chiappesi, all the great anchors that came through here. We're honored to be here. And RMU Home Sports, make sure you check out men's lacrosse against VMI and women's tennis Saturday at 12 o'clock. And men's tennis, our very own Nazari Dorosh will be in attendance there.
And also don't forget, this Sunday, March 8th, men's basketball once again, the second round of the NEC tournament, taking on Quinnipiac at the Charles L. Sewell Center.
We are taking the NEC, and we are going to get our 7th title. That's it. We've covered it here from the Sewell Center. We're so glad you could be with us. He's Christian Miranda. I'm Matt Davies. We're out. See you later. Have a great spring break, everybody.
How about a fresco?